Hey guys, happy Sunday. Just a reminder, make sure you sign up for our online VBS next week, Faith Lab at Home. We will be doing YouTube videos every day. We'll be issuing some challenges and hoping to see and hear from you guys as well. You can go to the church website and the instructions on how to register are there, and we'll be sending out some more information if you are on our email list. Last week we talked about Jesus' first miracle, and that was turning water to wine. Now, today I want to talk about another miracle that he did very early in his ministry, and it's actually how he called his early disciples. They were so amazed by what they saw, they realized that Jesus had to be someone extra special. Not just any rabbi, not just some good teacher or some great guy, but he had to be someone God had sent. Now, how do you impress someone so much to make them think and make them sure that God sent you? Well, in Luke chapter 5, we read a story of how Jesus is preaching along the Sea of Galilee. And as he's preaching, the crowd starts to get closer and closer. And so he asks a local fisherman who had been fishing all night, had not caught a thing, if he could use his boat. That way he could go a little ways out on the water and the crowd couldn't keep getting closer and crowding him out. So this fisherman, a guy by the name of Peter, says, all right, fine. Takes him a little ways out in the boat, and Jesus preaches to the crowd. So after he's done preaching, Jesus turns to Peter and says, cast your nets, or let's go fishing. And Peter says, Rabbi, we have been fishing all night, and we have not caught a thing. And now remember, Peter is a professional fisherman. He knows how to catch fish. And he knows when to catch fish, and he knows what to do and where to go. And he knows that right now, right here, is not a good time to catch fish. So he tells Jesus, there's no fish here right now. Jesus says, we could try. We could try and go fishing. He says, nah. Rabbi, Jesus, my nets are empty. His nets were empty, kind of like my box here. See, there's nothing in my box. It's hollow, empty. Well, Jesus says, try casting your nets on the other side. The other side of the boat, what difference does that make? Well, then maybe we'll open my box from the other side. So he casts his net on the other side. And let's take a look at Luke and see what happens. Luke chapter 5, verse 6. And this time their nets were so full of fish, they began to tear. Could you imagine? As Peter casts his net on the other side, he gets more fish than he knows what to do with. You see, Jesus performed this miracle to show Peter in a way that he understood that he was God, and to show Peter that he could more than provide for him. See, it wasn't just that Peter wanted fish, but Jesus wanted to show him something and make a point. And to say, Peter, I can provide for you, and I can do things that you can't. And then he invited Peter. He said, come follow me and I'll make you a fisher of men. He said, I will teach you how to draw people to God. And Peter followed him, as did his brother and some of his friends. And most of us have heard of Peter because he was one of the most famous apostles. And we read about him. We read stories about him. We read all throughout the Bible about him and the miracles that he did, even after Jesus' death and resurrection. All because Jesus took the time to show Peter how to go fishing. Hopefully you guys know and understand that God is great and that he can provide for you and that he has great things for you to do. Hopefully you're following him and you've accepted him into your heart. And he has made you a fisher of men so that you can go tell others about him. Hopefully you can find someone this week to go tell about Jesus. But until next week, a great week. We love you, we miss you, and we will be praying for you. Have a good week, guys.